It's critical that puppies learn how to properly use their teeth from an early age. It's normal for puppies to start mouthing and biting, but it's critical that dogs learn to do it with care. As soon as we feel those needle-sharp puppy fangs piercing our skin, our initial response is to put a halt to the behavior. Don't. Teaching your dog to bite lightly without much pressure is the first step in teaching your puppy not to bite. It's called bite inhibition, and it's an important aspect of your puppy's socialization. It's not difficult to teach, but it does necessitate dedication and consistency on the part of the business owner. In order to prevent your dog from biting too hard, proper training is absolutely necessary. What's the purpose of bite inhibition training? All dogs are capable of biting. Dog owners must do their best to train their pets in order to avoid dog bites. Planning for the worst is still a feasible option. You don't want your adult dog to exert a lot of pressure if your puppy grows into an adult and bites someone. Bites from your dog that don't result in hospitalization can be prevented with bite inhibition training. Dogs that get along well with one another employ bite inhibition to keep things safe as they play. It is possible for dogs who have not been adequately socialized to this behavior to bite too hard during play, which can lead to dog fights or other undesirable encounters. Teaching children to eat softer foods. The first step in teaching bite inhibition is to train your dog to use its mouth more gently. Puppies left with their litters until they were 8 weeks old or older will have already begun this learning. As soon as a dog nips another dog, the other dog usually yelps or walks away from the situation. This tells the dog that the bite was too harsh. Use the Littermates as a role model when playing with your dog, even if they are not there. As long as the nipping isn't too painful, you can let your dog do it. As soon as your dog bites you, say ouch in a forceful voice. Ouch, if the puppy continues to savagely attack you, is a good way to end the game for a few minutes. In order to continue playing with the pup, the dog must learn to use its lips delicately. Only by repeatedly and consistently training the puppy will it be able to lightly utilize its mouth. Begin reducing the amount of time you spend biting. When your puppy is able to use its mouth more delicately, it's essential to reduce the amount of time it spends nipping and biting during play. If you don't want your friends and family to think of you as a chew toy for the puppy when it grows up, keep in mind that cute tiny bundle of fur in front of you. The leave it command is a good place to start. Dogs can be taught to obey commands by holding treats in their hands and waiting for them to calm down a bit. When the dog shows signs of calming down, reward him with a tasty treat and lots of praise. Your dog may only be calm for a few seconds before trying to obtain the treat, so you must be fast to respond to the peaceful behavior. You can gradually increase the amount of time between the command and the reward until your puppy responds to the command every time. In the future, whenever your puppy begins to lick your hands, you can give it the leave it command. By doing so, you can gradually reduce or eliminate mouthing behaviors altogether, or at the very least, limit them to times when you initiate them in play. As a result of this training, your dog should never use its mouth until specifically encouraged to participate in an activity. Puppy training is based on positive reinforcement and sending clear instructions over time. Training and biting inhibition exercises will fail if this isn't taken care of. Redirect. Keep a supply of toys throughout the house in case the puppy is in a playful mood and you want to divert their attention away from you or your children. Provide a toy and praise your dog for playing with it instead of mouthing you or other household things that are off limits. This is a great way for the puppy to get some exercise and learn about good behavior. Keep an eye out for puppy toys over favorite teddy animals if you have little children in your home. They're all the same to a puppy. Proofreading issues and patterns. Punishing the puppy to stop him from biting is a typical blunder. However, this is only a short-term treatment and not a long-term answer. Puppy bite inhibition is not learned by punishment. Rather than the controlled biting you are intending to teach the puppy, or dog, if and when they do bite, they will likely bite hard. You and your entire family should be informed of the training method and how to use it. Continually practice bite restraint in a variety of circumstances.